Hello class 12 students. Once again I welcome you all. Today I will explain about democratization process in Pakistan. As we know that Pakistan was divided in 1947 and after framing its constitution General Ayub Khan take over uh, took over the administration of the country, and after election he was also elected. And in 1947, as a nation state, when it was emerged, the father of nation Muhammad Ali Jinnah, and we all know that how Pakistan was formed and about the two nation theory. So I am not going to explain all this background today. Today I will explain about the process of development of democracy in the Pakistan. So Pakistan constitutionally a democratic parliamentary republic with its political system based on the elected form of governance. It means here I want to make you clear that Pakistan also adopted the same type of election and system as India. Since the establishment of the current system in 2003, Pakistan is one of the youngest democracies in the world. The democratic election held in 2008 were the first to conclude a complete 5-year term in the nation's political history, and currently Pakistan is fourth largest democracy and the largest majoritarian democracy. And here I also want to say that it is also the largest non-liberal democracy in the world. When I am telling you about the non-liberal democracy, when we talk about democracy, we know that democracy brings many liberty to the people. Democracy and liberty is synonyms. Democracy cannot run without proper liberty to its citizens. So we know that democracy needs lots of freedom. But what happened in the Pakistan after electing Ayub Khan as a first elected ruler in the 1953 51, he was elected, and but we will see that many military coup in Pakistan took place from 1958 to 1971, from 1977 to 1988, and from 1999 to 2008. These are the era in which Pakistan experienced a military coup and a military regime. So we will see that there are many difficulty in establishment of democracy in the Pakistan. In 1958, the first Pakistan President General Iskandar Mirza dismissed the Constituent Assembly of the Pakistan and the government of Prime Minister Firoz Khan Noon, appointing at Commander-in-Chief General Ayub Khan as the Chief Martial Law Administrator. 30 days later, Mirza himself was exiled by Ayub Khan, and who appointed himself as the president. So, and after that, the Yahya Khan. Here we will see that General Ayub Khan was elected, and there was a military coup taken by the General Yahya Khan, and General Yahya Khan during the Yahya Khan military rule, Pakistan faced the Bangladesh crisis and a war with India also in 1971. one, and this was the time when East Pakistan was divided from the Pakistan and they become a separate nation. As we know that the Bangladesh was formed, so this was a time of crisis also. Then after this elected government under the leadership of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto was came to power from 1971 to 1977. The Bhutto government was also removed by a military-led General Zia-ul Haq against the government of the Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. General Zia-ul Haq ordered the arrest of Bhutto, his ministers and other leaders, both the Pakistani People's Party and Pakistani National Alliance. So here we can see that the Benazir General Zia-ul Haq replaced the elected leader Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, and he became General Zia faced a pro-democracy movement also from 1982 onwards, and an elected government was again established in 1988. From 1988 to 1999, Pakistan experienced a democratic government under which system the Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif and Benazir Ali Bhutto were the ruler. Again in 1999, when the government of Muslim the Muslim League, this phase of an elective government which was last till 1999, when the army stepped in against General Parvez Musharraf. In October 99, senior officers loyal to Army Chief Parvez Musharraf, Prime Minister, arrested the Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif and his minister after thwarting the Sharif was attempt to dismiss Parvez Musharraf and prevent his plane from landing to the Pakistan. By this way, and Parvez Musharraf ruled till 2008, and from 2008 till now we can see that there is a government elected by the people. But here I also want to mention that it faced lots of problem. Benazir Bhutto was assassinated. Then we saw that Nawaz Sharif has also faced many legal problems, and by judiciary he has also announced many punishments. So we see that the leaders who are elected by the people, but they are not working properly, and their rule also faced many problems. So what are the problems what are the factors which are responsible for Pakistan failure in building a stable democracy? The first point is the social dominance of the military, clergy and land owning aristocracy. So this, as we know that when we are talking about the social dominance in the Pakistan, is about the clergy and land owning aristocracy. We also saw in India that this land owning aristocracy was dominating in the previous day, but afterwards the democracy had a bait in the society, and all these problems was put out by the democratic measure. But in Pakistan we can see that these fundamentalist and land owning class, the aristocracies led frequent overthrow of the elected government, and they help in the establishment of the military rule. So the Pakistan military play, in Pakistan we see that the military play a very important role in making and unmaking of government. Then the second thing, Pakistan conflict with India has made pro-military groups more powerful. As we know that Pakistan and India is the rival countries and a great enemies in this region, and Pakistan army, they dominate the government also, because in Pakistan's conflict with India has made this group has often said that political party and democracy in Pakistan are flawed, and the Pakistan um, security would be uh, harmed by selfish minded parties. So the army, and here I want to mention that anti India advertisement slogans work there a lot. So the army of the Pakistan, which dominate the rule of the Pakistan, they always want to listen anti India statement, and this is the core methods to remain in the power. As much as you will, the government will show its attitude against India, it will survive for the long time. Then the third is lack of genuine international support for democratic rule in the Pakistan. Here I want to mention that the United States and other Western countries and even the China, these countries are very active in the South Asian region, and these government, they uh, always encouraged the military and authoritarian rule in the Pakistan in past, and due to this, the Pakistan uh, strongly the desire of the democracy in the Pakistan was not got that voice. So the, as we saw that USA went in Iraq, and it told that the government of Saddam Hussein is not working as and not preserving the democratic value. But this attitude of the West or the America was lagged in the Pakistan. They don't want that the Pakistan have a democratic rule, because they also want to play games, as we saw during the Afghanistan war. They used Pakistan, so they always used Pakistan fundamentalist nature for their own personal reason. Then stronghold of the terrorist. Here I want to say that their fear of the threat that Pakistan's nuclear arsenal might fall in the hand of terrorist group, and the military regime in the Pakistan will see as the protector of these terrorist groups. As we know that most of the time the the military regime in Pakistan has been seen as the protector of the Western interest in West and South Asia. And at last we can see that lack of charismatic leaders. So Pakistan has not got such strong leaders like we got in the India, like Jawaharlal Nehru, Mrs. Gandhi, or at present we see that the Narendra Modi. So a country needs a charismatic leader who can handle the odds which is present in the society, like the overpowering tendency of the armies or the social group. So a country which needs, which ensure to its progress, there should be a charismatic leader who can handle all the problems of the country. So these are certain regions which are responsible for the not for the failure of the democracy in the Pakistan. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. We will meet again.